I can cross the gap to you, right? Indeed, I can. Beautiful. Are you a Manticore zombie? You are a Manticore zombie. One of my favorites, for sure. There we go. We ID our fear scroll. No acquirement so far, unfortunately. That's always my big ticket item. I am a sucker for a little bit of a lottery system, for sure. Holy moly. Well, that is down to D4 taken care of. So this is where we probably switch back up to Orc. I'm like kind of in the spot where we need to start thinking about our S branches. In fact, we got Spider and Swamp. Spider and Swamp. So that will be interesting in its own right. But for now, let's take Nurgle back home, shall we? And away we go. I mean, we're looking to be in a semi-alright spot these days, so I don't hate this. Do I save my torch? No, I want all this piety coming my way. This sweet, sweet glory to Yred. So we'll burn that up now. What else did I want to do? I wanted to fugue. It's time to go into a bit of a fugue state. Okay, we have an Orc Warlord coming. So I'm just gonna slow down slightly here, just trying to ensure that we don't murder off our entire group of friends. Hello, Uruk. Nice to see you too, buddy, old pal, old friend of mine. This is a torchlight then. I want to hit Yurgle to give them the might, so I'm going to place it there, even though it's maybe slightly less optimal in some capacities. Then I can Wand of Acid these Sons of Guns. Let's get them nice and soft. I probably shouldn't jump in, now that I think about it. This is, again, somewhere where designation of workload, outsourcing your problems is maybe a little bit more beneficial. Something is missing, my friends. Let's do another search too to see what was dropped there. Javelins are nice. And Pyrrhic Battle Axe. I lose my shield, but that would be pretty sick as hell. I'm at least gonna pick it up. Again, don't think I'm gonna use it, but you gotta pick it up. Losing our grip of the fallen, that's fine. Fugue can go here. Javelins, I actually do probably wish to grab. Eventually, I might pivot into throwing. I guess less so if we're fully embracing the hybrid lifestyle here, but we'll see how it all shakes out as we continue onwards. Azrael, how's it going? You have negativity resistance, don't you? You sick son of a gun. Well, that's not ideal. We don't have fire protection either, so that's not ideal. But our friends can at least put out a bit of a heavy punch, and if I just drop one of these right here, who's to say how that goes? Beautiful work, team. Absolutely magnificent. In retrospect, was that potentially a good opportunity to grab a new bound soul? We would have had damnation on our side, which that's an interesting contending point there. I guess let's not worry too much about it for now. I am still very, very happy with Nurgle and what they bring to the table, what they offer for our team. I think they can do a lot of good for us here. So let's keep them around for as long as it is feasible. Eventually they will just be one shot by enemies coming at us, so that's kind of the turning point in my mind, at least for the moment here. Okay, and Orc High Priests. Oh, see, this is the issue. They summon in all their friends, and it leaves us in a little bit of an interesting lurch of, do we stick around? I mean, Dispel Undead is back up to being pretty dang usable. Maybe I'll start with some clouds. Unfortunately, not working out for us. Largely just in that the clouds did not land on the enemies that I'm most... I wouldn't say scared. We're never scared here, of course, but most wary, most observant of, most intrepid towards. You know, take your pick of whatever kind of expanded verbiage you wish to use. I'm gonna hurl Torchlight. Here, let's just might up some of our friends, and then hopefully their damage output is enough such that we can make some progress towards the actual threats here. I mean, that's a good start. One of these Orc Priests is going to die pretty soon here, would be my operational understanding of this circumstance. I would like to step in. I'm gonna hurl Torchlight. We can just hit both High Priests. That seems worth it. If we can kill their summons instead of having to actually deal with them, perfect. Otherwise, do I just let my squad maybe continue to do some of the heavy lifting here? I think so. We've got a little bit of corrosion coming our way. We have a lot of Orc Priests. Wait, Nurgle, where? My sweet baby Nurgle. I see that it says you're engulfed. Okay, there you are. I had to find our buddy there for a moment. Excuse the panic. It's these sort of things that make us a valued contributor to our corporation here. You know, we don't just benefit from the work of our summons. No. We make sure that we are also contributing to the continued success of our group overall here. I mean, this is tempting to try out throwing a Fathomless Shackle into the mix. See what happens. I guess I don't want to walk into the cloud of freezing vapors. My main issue right now is that I just want a slightly better position to, I mean, I probably shouldn't hurl Torchlight. I'm going to do it, though. This just takes care of so many of the enemies in our direct vicinity. I guess all the Orc Priests smite me right now. Is that allowed? I feel like the game must have something built in to prevent that. Otherwise, it would have happened by now, right? Having just like 15 smites all coming down at once. You are summoned by this son of a gun, you say? Orc zombie, small price to pay, I'm sorry to say. Oh me, oh my. I guess this time around we're gonna torch one more time. This one should just might up a decent number of our pals here, especially the hasted ones I have a vested interest in. So we'll see if that helps out. Otherwise, oof, the lack of fire resistance is tough next to a sun demon for sure. But if all of our friends attack, they should actually kill it, so I'm just gonna heal. Sun demon did die. Perfect. Oof. But those smites are starting to come in something fierce. I mean, I could just back off slightly here. We have 2 scrolls of blinking. I mean, a scroll of fog also potentially does something of what I'm aiming for here. Just want to get out of sightline of all of our priestly pals, as it were. But let's engage in the old hands off the keyboard approach. Just think about our options for a quick second here while I take a sip. Because we do have a fear scroll. We do have a single fear scroll, which will almost definitely work on all these babies. Honestly, good odds to work on everyone. I am going to read it. They might just trade out for even worse enemies, but on the slight chance that that gets us some operational pressure here on our friends, that seems worth it. We do take one smite there on the retreat. This seems like a good time to heal. At the very least, all these regular priests do die fairly quickly to my summons. Of course, that's contingent on my summons doing their work in that department and attacking where we wish them to, which is not always guaranteed. Ooh, and now I'm at the danger of multiple draining bolts. Oof, oof, oof. 317 and a paralyze would also definitely cause some problems. I mean, I can maybe hit this one orc sorcerer with the juice here. Oof, oof, oof. Alternatively, do I just get the heck out of dodge? I don't know what all is pending around the corner here, so I think I'm gonna make a call for safety. Then we're gonna recall everyone to us. We're just gonna hang out. Oh, not on that stairs. Everyone, do your darndest to kill the sorcerer. Okay. Everyone did better than expected in regards to doing exactly that, killing the sorcerer. Do I use my last torch? I do have concerns that a single bolt of draining will cause us an undue amount of stress. Alternatively, if I can just dance at vision range with all of our friends here, that seems a little bit more up our alley. In fact, just let you kiddos take care of a sorcerer. I guess, oh, wait a second. Is there anything to me taking a sorcerer? I mean, I like the haste and the summon friends of a Nurgle, but if I took an orc sorcerer, I could get demons. Man, there's too much to think about with new Yred. Too many cool as hell options that I want to explore. Here we go. This is a bit more... I guess that would have been our opportunity to snag that son of a gun if we so desired, but hey, that's fine. Not the end of the world. We can always change our minds. Later on, chances are we'll find another orc sorcerer, right, folks? I'm definitely already, even just in saying that, I'm pretty sure I repeated definitely some verbiage, potentially entire sentences of that little blurb were directly similar or the same as when we play as a BO character. But okay, we finally get our first artifacts in a shop. Holy moly. Okay, I'm buying both of these. No questions asked. I should look at every shop to make sure, you know, hum and haw all the potential. But no, we're just grabbing that. A +0 pair of boots. Nothing to sneeze at, but resist corrosion is just a solid resistance. And int +7. Ooh, baby. Well, we definitely put those on. Maybe not quite as stylish as our previous entry, but still lovely nonetheless. +3 int on the scale mail. I mean, we could enchant it up. Again, that's the beauty of Mountain Dwarf that we'll hopefully be able to capitalize on at some point during this run. But I don't think int +3 quite breaks the bank in that regard. Don't think it tips me over the edge quite yet. Let's definitely mark a bunch of these for the future. I will just buy Lig because it's relatively cheap and is a free ID while we're at it. Beautiful. Speaking of IDs, I'll grab you too, my friend. Still no more scrolls, unfortunately, but that's not the end of the world. Intelligence +6 and see invisible on a ring. That does seem like it would be handy. I'm not really using MPs, so the regen amulet, or the mana regen amulet that I'm currently wearing could be traded out for Guardian Spirit as well. Maybe I'll mark you, No willpower resistance, unfortunately. That would be the one that really changed our tune here, but that's fine. Let's take the leg potion for the future. And I guess that's everything, so we do just feel free to buy whatever we wish of the remainder here. Besides the mutation potions, those were more so marked for our glorious future, of course. Oh, I ID'd Ambrosia at some point. How about that? Probably don't need to buy you then. Oh, resistance potion. We didn't even already have some. How about that? What else? What else? What's this? What's this? I'll buy gloves. Give me something good. Infusion gloves. I mean, not quite what I had in mind, but sure. I mean, again, I'm not spending my magic. We have a mana regen amulet, so infusion and that kind of go together in an interesting fashion. And then once we finish clearing, we'll of course do a floor search. Hopefully an axe of mass destruction dropped at some point that I just didn't notice, right? Why do you have such cool patterns on you? Maybe it's the Umbra to make them show up better? Since ghosts especially can be of any color persuasion, so it could be hard to see them. No, even outside of the Umbra. That's new. That's how they maybe gauge the threat level of them. Oh, look at that. A hill orc ghost. Isn't that a sad sight to see? A dying breed, so I shouldn't even kill you, my friend. I should keep you in one piece, seeing as how we won't have many of you around for much longer here. Okie dokie. So, what do we wish to do now? First and foremost, let's do that search that we briefly touched upon. Hand axe of flaming. Not quite. And I could switch to our two-handed axe and just hope that the vampiricism makes up for the lack of shield, but my instincts kind of shy away from that. This might just be a better version of what we're currently wearing. Let's take a peek. AC goes down the tiniest bit, but evasion goes up, and our casting ability will also see some positive repercussions there, so I think I will switch into you. That seems alrighty-roo by me. And do another quick check. We might have found some more spell books. Well, I wasn't really paying attention. Not a lot going on for us here still, unfortunately. Again, if we wanted to train into fire magic, we could. Shucks, I was really hoping for some more necromancy to start making an appearance. Maybe I do need to just try a couple of these kind of mid-level necromancy spells. Martyr's Knell. I guess taking away damage from all of our friends, it works well with the summoners, so there's some, you know, synergy going on there, to say the least. So let's learn it. Why the heck not? How dare you? While I'm reading in the privacy of your own home? Rude. Rude, rude, rude. Did I want that flaming hand axe? Oh me, oh my. I could also see what this glowing plate armor. That's the thing. If we got plate armor of willpower, then I think there's a pretty solid argument to be made for making that change. I was definitely scared of the even potentiality of seeing something like Paralyze come through in that last encounter. I think I will, though, buy the Ring of Must. I'm also eyeing that Guardian Spirit amulet, but let's not worry too much about that. I'll buy this ring so we have a nice option to swap into if and when push comes to shove, and even if we just need See Invisible. I mean, the in +6 doesn't hurt, don't get me wrong, but you could even see compared to Wizardry. Wizardry helps way more with the casting rates, but the intelligence probably is better for the overall ability or like capacity of all of our spells here, and keeps the fundamentals online. So maybe I will just wear this son of a gun on a semi-permanent basis, at least for the time being. Holy moly. Well, do we wish to start diving into our S branches? I guess at the very least we could go to Lair 5, clean up what's left of the onslaught there. Let's do it, and then we'll decide how we're feeling, if we wish to stick around or call it for the evening here. There's Lair 4, fantastic. Head to our stairs, recall our friend, and let's do this, Nurgle, shall we? We raise a torch. Son of a gun, I wasn't paying attention. Nurgle's dead. Okay, Hydra, you're joining my squad. Let's take a look here. 5 bites, 14 each, and can drain life for up to 7. I guess it will suffer in the same way that enemy Hydras do. Against high armor class enemies, it's going to be fairly ineffective. Anything else, which, you know, Lairs may be a good spot for this, because Lairs filled with a lot of enemies that aren't quite as armored, at least by and large. So could be something there. Oh, I could just take an elephant. No, you're not looking quite to be my cup of tea here, my friend. There we go. We get back up to 5 pips of piety, up to 31 intelligence. That's wild. That's just all buffs here. So I think we'll actually go into strength. A lot of those buffs are sticking around. At the very least, the +7 intelligence from our boots is liable to be with us until the very, very end of the game. So that seems fantastic. I also just went through a very weird shift bodily wise in real life here, as I went from being pretty comfortable temperature for most of the stream to suddenly I'm breaking out in sweat. I don't know why everything just got infinitely hotter in a matter of moments here. But hey, again, we probably don't have too much longer left to run overall here. Oh, that's a fancy looking... Okay, I should go back and help. I do like the Sky Shark zombie skin a lot. Or sprite, I should say. That's pretty sweet. +8 Trident of the Octopus King. Huh. I mean, I've no training in tridents, but if you're gonna hand it to me, I guess that works well with the summoner approach. Resist electricity, resist poison are both nice ones to have. Interesting. I mean, I just like the Octopus King. Is that so hard to ask that I just get to use some Octopus King merch without needing to throw away everything I hold dear? Is that really so crazy? Gosh darn it. Stop killing my zombies off screen, please and thank you. Okay, the onslaught continues as we just seemingly are being inundated with new friends left, right, and center. I will take a cold resistance ring though. More than happy with it. Try to kill any AoE enemies as quickly as possible before they get too on a roll here, I guess is what my brain's trying to say. Honestly, brain didn't quite get to the point of actually coming up with functional sentence structure, so maybe I shouldn't even pretend to ascertain what this sack of meat in my skull is trying to imply, endeavor to say, or anything along those lines. Holy moly. Okay, we are back to being full up here, so we should probably free up some kind of inventory slot. Don't really have garbage to throw away these days. I guess we're going to swamp. We don't have shoals, so Wand of Flame could potentially go. Or actually, Staff of Fire is a way better contender for garbage slot here. Perfect. There we go. That ended up being just a nice little, like, piety bump. Nothing too shabby. Do we wish to continue on with our evening here? And we could call it a little bit earlier than kind of normally aimed for here, but again, with the random hot flash, I think I just started going through menopause, which just shouldn't be a thing for me, but I guess never say never. And yeah, probably need to take a break here, get out of my office, at least open the door, get things cooled off a bit, and see how things are shaking. So maybe this is where we'll call it. Does leave us with a bit more ahead of us for next session, needing to get all 3 runes and potentially finish the game in one fell swoop, but maybe from here on out is where this run starts to pick up the pace and feel a little bit more alive and thriving. I guess we'll have to see what the future has in store next week, because we will call it here for the evening. But as always, of course, huge appreciation for all you lovely folks for joining us along the journey. You know, if you were chatting alongside us here, if you were lurking in the background, or hey, if you're watching us down the road through Twitch or YouTube VODs, then thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying the new updates, some of the new content here. Definitely going outside of my comfort zone and trying out some new interesting things, and I'm enjoying them so far here. Again, big fan of the Yred change. I wasn't very familiar with old Yred, but I think we tried a couple runs at one point and just kind of fizzled out, never really got a good one going. In this case, I feel like I could use Yred pretty well on a lot of different characters. Spellcasters, melee, maybe less so ranged, just because your summons are more getting in your way than anything else, though they can still be used as just a solid retreat path, as we mentioned early on in this run. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, maybe I do. Who's to say? We'll have to see in the future if we come back to Yred once we're through all this polytheism shenanigans and baloney. But again, I guess this is it for us. So let's do a quick check. Let's see who's live at the moment, who we could potentially send a raid off to finish off the cap off this lovely evening of ours. Maybe. You can do it, laptop. Everyone, believe in my laptop together. By our powers combined, we can manifest some semblance of functionality in my otherwise largely dysfunctional computer here. Oh, I hate having options. But for today, I think let's head over, send a raid off Brent's way. They're currently playing some Wukong. So definitely stick around, say hello, whether I don't know where my brain was going with that, but I'm guessing most of the people that frequent this stream have seen most of the close kind of streamer friends here before, but if you haven't, highly recommend sticking around, saying hello. Whether or not you're super stoked about Wukong, Brent's stream, always a good time to just say hello and chill out, and a good crew there as well. So definitely stick around, say hello. I guess we can start to get that pending and set up. Thanks, Torinski, you as well. Thank you as always for joining us. I hope you're having a wonderful end to your weekend or start to your week, depending on your time zone. And yeah, thanks as always for joining us on our journey here. But if you'll just give me but a moment, folks, get this set up. Sorry, brain shutting down in the middle of trying to execute functions here, but there we go. Got it sorted. And yeah, very excited to come back next week. Jump in with Grug, MD here, and maybe, just maybe, we can fight till the end. We will have to replace this Hydropal at some point, hopefully in the near future. I'm not super enthused or excited about that. I'll miss you, Nergal. Till the end of my days, I'll miss you. But you did carry us this far at the very least. So, you know, let's appreciate the small victories in life instead of woeing about what we don't have. And yeah, we'll jump back in next week, see if we can't continue our success here, and maybe, just maybe, knock you right off our list, and see what this this heavy armor necromancer can bring to bear, shall we? Of course, regardless of the future of our run here, I do hope that you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you out there. I definitely hope to see you next week when we do jump back in here and see how we fare. Of course, just remember, folks, we didn't, even for a moment, never, ever, even in the thickest of Orc 2 there, never didn't have it. I'll see you soon.